Encountering your twin flame ignites a profound spiritual awakening, unlocking dimensions of love, connection, and self-discovery that few ever experience. Yet this journey is not without its trials. As you navigate the intensity of the twin flame bond, a constellation of fears can emerge, creating turbulence that impedes union. These fears, though formidable, are not unconquerable. By facing them head-on, you open the door to personal evolution and a love that transcends the boundaries of the self. In this reading, we will shine a light on the shadows that can haunt the twin flame runner, illuminating the path to wholeness and oneness. For in understanding these fears, we unlock the power of transformation, paving the way for the ultimate reunion. At the core of the twin flame runner's psyche lies a primal fear that can erect formidable barriers, the fear of intimacy. Like a fortress with walls fortified by past wounds and emotional scars, the runner constructs defenses to shield themselves from the profound vulnerability that true intimacy demands. The mere thought of exposing their innermost being, of laying bare their soul to another, can trigger a reflexive impulse to retreat, to seek refuge in the familiar territory of self-protection and emotional distance. This fear often finds its roots in past traumas, betrayals, or experiences of emotional wounding that have left indelible marks on the psyche. Like a scar tissue forming over a deep wound, the runner's defenses become calcified, a self-preserving mechanism designed to prevent further hurt or rejection. Yet, in erecting these walls, the runner also inadvertently seals off their own capacity for deep connection, creating a prison of isolation that denies them the very intimacy they crave. The fear of intimacy can manifest in myriad ways, from a tendency to sabotage relationships as they deepen, to a pervasive sense of emotional unavailability or reluctance to fully commit. It can breed patterns of withdrawal, emotional stonewalling, or a constant need for personal space, all in an effort to maintain a sense of control and distance from the perceived threat of vulnerability. Yet in this fear, there is a profound lesson and an opportunity for growth. Intimacy is not a surrender of self, but a journey of self-discovery, a sacred dance where two souls intertwine, revealing their deepest truths to one another. It is a crucible of transformation, forged in the fires of vulnerability, where the dross of insecurity and doubt is burned away, leaving only the pure essence of love. By courageously facing this fear, the twin flame runner embarks on a path of healing, learning to dismantle the walls that have kept them isolated and disconnected. They begin to understand that true intimacy is not a loss of self, but a profound act of self-revelation, a willingness to be seen and accepted in their totality, flaws, and all. As the twin flame bond deepens, a whirlwind of emotions swirls around the runner, a vortex of intensity that can be both exhilarating and terrifying. Love, passion, joy, and ecstasy intermingle with insecurity, doubt, and the resurfacing of past traumas, creating a maelstrom of feeling that can overwhelm even the most steadfast soul. This emotional vortex is not merely a fleeting storm, but a sustained state of heightened sensitivity and energetic attunement. It is as if the twin flame connection has opened a portal, allowing the runner to experience the full spectrum of human emotion with a rawness and intensity that can be disorienting, even destabilizing. At the center of this vortex lies a profound truth. The twin flame bond is a mirror, reflecting back to us the aspects of ourselves that we have long suppressed or denied. Like a kaleidoscope of the soul, it reveals the intricate patterns of our psyche, the shadows and light that have shaped our journey. For the runner, this can be a disquieting experience, as long-buried insecurities, fears, and unresolved traumas rise to the surface, demanding to be acknowledged and integrated. Emotions that were once neatly compartmentalized now swirl together in a dizzying dance, challenging the runner's ability to maintain equilibrium and composure. It is in this vortex that the runner may feel the urge to flee, to seek refuge from the emotional upheaval that threatens to sweep them away. Yet, like a ship navigating treacherous waters, the key lies not in fleeing the storm, but in learning to ride the waves, to embrace the intensity as a catalyst for growth and self-mastery. For within this vortex lies a profound opportunity for transformation. By courageously facing the emotions that arise, the runner begins to unravel the threads of their own inner tapestry, gaining insight into the patterns and beliefs that have shaped their reality. They learn to navigate the currents of feeling with grace and resilience, developing the emotional intelligence and self-awareness that are essential for a healthy and fulfilling twin flame union. For many, the idea of surrendering to the twin flame bond conjures visions of losing one's hard-won independence, of sacrificing the autonomy that has been so fiercely guarded. The runner may fear that deepening this connection will lead to a loss of personal space, a narrowing of their world, and a diminishment of the very qualities that have defined their sense of self. This fear often finds its roots in past experiences of codependency or unhealthy relationships, where boundaries were blurred and individuality was subsumed by the demands of others. Like a scar tissue formed over an old wound, the runner's desire for independence becomes a protective shield, a defense mechanism against the perceived threat of losing oneself in the all-consuming nature of the twin flame bond. Yet, this fear is a mirage, a distortion of the truth. A healthy twin flame union is not a prison, but a sacred partnership that celebrates and nurtures the individuality of each soul. It is a dance of interdependence where two beings support and uplift one another, creating a space for mutual growth and self-actualization. Like the yin and yang, the twin flames are complementary forces, each providing the balance and harmony that allows the other to shine. In this union, independence is not lost, but rather elevated, as each partner empowers the other to soar to new heights, secure in the knowledge that their bond is a foundation, not a constraint. By facing this fear, the runner begins to understand that true independence is not found in isolation, but in the ability to maintain one's sense of self while also embracing the richness of connection. They learn to strike a delicate balance, honoring their need for personal space and autonomy, while also opening themselves to the transformative power of the twin flame bond. The siren call of independence, though alluring, is ultimately a mirage, a distortion of the truth that a healthy twin flame union celebrates and nurtures the individuality of each soul. By facing this fear, the the runner embarks on a journey of self-discovery, learning to strike a delicate balance between personal autonomy and the transformative power of connection. For the twin flame runner, the prospect of commitment can loom like a specter, a shadowy figure that whispers of lost freedom and the erosion of personal identity. The idea of pledging oneself to another, of intertwining one's path with that of a partner, can trigger a primal fear, a resistance born of the desire to remain unbound and untethered. This fear often finds its roots in past experiences of betrayal, abandonment, or relationships that have left the runner feeling trapped or suffocated. Like a ghost haunting the corridors of the psyche, the memory of these wounds can manifest as a deep-seated aversion to the perceived constraints of commitment. The runner may envision commitment as a cage, a prison that will strip them of their autonomy and individuality, forcing them to sacrifice their dreams and aspirations on the altar of partnership. They may fear that by committing to their twin flame, they will lose the very essence of who they are, becoming subsumed by the demands and expectations of the relationship. Yet, in this fear, there is a profound opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Commitment is not a shackle, but a conscious choice to embrace the depth and richness of the twin flame bond. It is a declaration of trust, a willingness to surrender to the transformative power of love, and to embark on a journey of co-creation that transcends the limitations of the individual self. By facing this fear, the runner begins to understand that true commitment is not a sacrifice, but a celebration of the profound connection they share with their twin flame. They learn to embrace the idea of partnership as a journey of mutual growth and support, where each individual is empowered to reach their highest potential, secure in the knowledge that their bond is a source of strength, not limitation. As the twin flame journey unfolds, a profound shift in identity can occur, a metamorphosis that can shake the very foundations of the self. Like a caterpillar dissolving within its chrysalis, the runner may feel as though the familiar contours of their being are melting away, giving rise to a new form, a new expression of consciousness that is both exhilarating and disorienting. This process of transformation is not merely a superficial change, but a deep alchemical process that touches the very core of one's sense of self. It is as if the twin flame connection has ignited an internal fire, burning away the layers of conditioning, limiting beliefs, and false identities that have obscured the runner's true nature. In this crucible of self-discovery, the runner may experience a profound sense of disorientation, a feeling of being unmoored from the familiar shores of their identity. They may question long-held beliefs, values, and patterns of behavior, as the twin flame bond reveals aspects of themselves that had previously been hidden or denied. It is in this crucible that the runner may experience a sense of worthlessness, a shadow cast upon the love and connection they share with their twin. They may feel as though they are losing parts of themselves, shedding layers of identity that once provided a sense of security and familiarity. Yet, this is not a diminishment, but a necessary shedding, a stripping away of the false self that has obscured the radiant essence within. For in the depths of this identity, crisis lies the seed of rebirth, the opportunity to emerge as a more authentic, more fully realized expression of one's true nature. Like the phoenix rising from the ashes, the twin flame runner is called to embrace the fires of self-discovery, to let go of the limiting beliefs and patterns that have constrained their growth, and to step into a new way of being, one that is aligned with the highest expression of their soul's purpose. At the heart of the twin flame runner's fears lies a primal resistance, the fear of surrender. For in the act of surrendering to the twin flame bond, one must relinquish the illusion of control, the belief that we are the sole architects of our destiny, and instead open ourselves to the flow of a greater force, a cosmic choreography that transcends the limitations of the individual will. This fear often finds its roots in a deep-seated need for security and self-determination, a desire to maintain a sense of order and predictability in a world that can often feel chaotic and uncertain. The runner may cling to the notion of control as a lifeline, a way to navigate the complexities of existence and mitigate the risks of vulnerability and potential hurt. Like a leaf caught in the currents of a mighty river, the runner may feel the urge to resist, to cling to the familiar shores of self-determination, fearing the unknown depths to which the twin flame journey may lead. They may worry that surrendering to this bond will sweep them away, carrying them into uncharted territories where they will lose their sense of agency and autonomy. Yet, in this resistance, there is a profound opportunity for growth and self-mastery. For true surrender is not an abdication of power, but a recognition of the vastness of the universe and our place within it. It is an act of trust, a willingness to let go of the need to control every aspect of our lives, and instead to embrace the flow of synchronicity and divine guidance that permeates the twin flame bond. By surrendering, the runner opens themselves to the magic and mystery of the cosmos, allowing themselves to be carried by currents of love and wisdom that transcend the limitations of the individual mind. They become co-creators with the universe itself, weaving their destinies in harmony with the grand tapestry of existence. This process of surrender is not a passive act, but rather a conscious choice to embrace the present moment with open arms, to let go of the need to control outcomes, and to trust in the unfolding of a higher plan. It is a journey of faith, a willingness to step into the unknown, secure in the knowledge that the twin flame bond is a sacred partnership, guided by forces greater than ourselves. At the pinnacle of the twin flame runner's fears stands a towering edifice, the fear of unconditional love. For in the depths of the human psyche, there exists a primal insecurity, a belief that we are unworthy of such a profound and boundless expression of love, a love that sees beyond our flaws and imperfections and embraces us in our totality. This fear often finds its roots in a lifetime of conditioning, where we have been taught to measure our worth by external standards, to seek validation and acceptance through the lens of societal norms and expectations. From a young age, we learn to armor ourselves against rejection, to present a curated version of ourselves to the world, hiding the parts that we deem unlovable or unacceptable. Like a veil obscuring the radiance of the sun, this fear can cast a shadow upon the twin flame bond, dimming the light of connection and causing the runner to retreat into the familiar territory of self-doubt and self-judgment. They may struggle to fully open their heart, fearing that if their true self is revealed, they will be found wanting, undeserving of the depth of love and acceptance that their twin flame offers. Yet, in this fear, there is a profound opportunity for healing and self-acceptance. For unconditional love is not a reward to be earned, but a state of being that exists within each of us, a wellspring of divine grace that flows freely when we open ourselves to its embrace. It is a mirror that reflects back to us our own innate worthiness, our own sacred essence, untarnished by the limiting beliefs and self-imposed barriers that have kept us small. By courageously facing this fear, the twin flame runner embarks on a journey of self-love and self-acceptance. They begin to understand that the love they seek is not something that can be granted or withheld by another, but rather a state of being that arises from within, a recognition of their own divine worth and inherent perfection. Like a flower unfurling its petals to the warmth of the sun, the runner learns to bask in the radiance of unconditional love, allowing it to nourish and nurture the seeds of their own self-worth. They learn to embrace their flaws and imperfections as part of the rich tapestry of their humanity, understanding that true love does not seek to change or fix, but rather to celebrate and cherish the unique beauty of each soul. As we navigate the twin flame journey, the fears that arise are not obstacles to be overcome, but portals to self-discovery and growth. Each fear, when faced with courage and an open heart, becomes a stepping stone on the path to wholeness, a catalyst for the transformation that is at the core of this sacred union. In embracing these fears, we unlock the power to transmute them, to alchemize our doubts and insecurities into the fuel that propels us towards the ultimate reunion. So let us embrace the fears that arise, not as enemies to be vanquished, but as teachers and guides, leading us ever deeper into the mysteries of love, connection, and self-discovery. For in doing so, we not only strengthen the bond with our twin flame, but we also set ourselves on a path of personal evolution, a journey that will forever change the way we perceive ourselves, our relationships, and the vast tapestry of existence itself.